Hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're taking a look at Resident Evil 4, the remaster, which is, well, or the remake, depends how you look at it. And this game is actually now just built from ground up with everything new. Graphics, audio, and, well, you know, basically a Dead Space but better. So before we jump in, let's take a look at the video settings we're going to be using. So we're going with the 4K native, 60 Hz refresh rate, obviously. Frame rate is variable because you can either lock it at 120 as a max, or you can just leave it as it is. I suppose that means vertical sync is off. So we're gonna leave the cinematics resolution at 4K, ray tracing at normal, and as you can see already, the maximum graphics memory being used is supposedly gonna be 13.4 out of 7. Now, this probably will impact the performance quite badly, so what we're gonna do is use Fidelity's Super X Resolution 2 on Ultra Performance to negate some of these effects. Everything else is, well, maxed out apart from texture filtering, because in 4K this does not matter a single bit. Apart from these settings, everything else is maxed out as much as the game actually allows. Surprisingly enough, screen space reflections are off, but well, apparently it's where the ray tracing is coming into the play. So, all this aside, we're ready to rock and roll, so let's just go in and start a new game on the assisted mode, because we're chilling here. Let's have a look.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night, the pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure you boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I think this is it. Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back. Yeah. Qué frío.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
Vaya sitio más tétrico.
¡Eh! ¿Hay alguien ahí?
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in? Maybe you better go and take a look. Oh, watch the car. Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
And the real game is about to start. Let's see what we are actually off to here. So first and foremost, the GPU usage 9900%, so the 3070 Ti is getting run for its money, using 12 gigs of actual RAM, and the CPU seems to be pretty happy at actually doing stuff. So okay. The game itself looks good and don't feel any stutters or anything like that, so it's all good. Frames are way above 60, so to be fair, maybe super or ultra resolution for the Fidelity X is not required. Let's see what else we have here. E for crouching, well that is a little bit odd, but hey ho. Let's see what else we are greeted here with. So far things look pretty good. I wouldn't say it's Resident Evil Village level, but obviously this is an older game, even though it's a remaster. Now for those who play this game extensively, I must say this is my first time I actually touched a Resident Evil game, because I somehow just never really pushed myself to do it. So you know, it's just one of those things really. At the same time, things are actually looking pretty well. Apart from this guy.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a policía. Vino aquí?
Now, when it comes to Capcom and optimizing their games, to be fair, most of these games can be played on a potato, so don't sweat it too much. Okay.
This is not good.
You think? Hunter's Lodge key. Okay, we have only 10 rounds and no spare magazines. Well, that is something interesting, to be fair.
Man, that stinks.
Pretty sure that is the police officer. The mouse sensitivity could be a little bit better at the same time, to be fair. Come on. That's something we can adjust later on as well. And we're getting 60 frames here. I wonder why. I guess these things are giving us a frame drop. GPU being used at 7.7 gigs, so Fidelity is actually doing something to help us keep the VRAM in check here. I'm not sure for how long that's actually gonna work. Overall, the things are looking pretty well, if I could say so myself.
Hey. I read you. What's your situation?
Situation is full bar, but hey, we didn't really expect anything else, did we? Let's see if we can maybe get an ammo from this guy. No? Guess not really. Ready weapon and shoot. Well, I guess this is it, guys. We're learning the very basic shooting mechanics. You can see the light and shadow plays actually pretty well here. So to be fair, based on the older...
No fucking way.
Oh wow, okay.
This just keeps getting worse.
To be fair, this was not bad. Perhaps we need to get out back to the guy that actually brought us in here. Anyone here? Well, we have a second floor. Might as well check it out. What do you guys say?
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
The President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later.
Okay, well, this is
I'll let myself out.
unexpected. Also, the hair detail is on the maximum quality. So if you remember NVIDIA Hairworks, well, that's kind of equivalent. And here we are, look at this, 47 frames. That ray tracing is taking a pretty big toll on us. Well, this is why people are not actually enabling it, I guess. Pretty sure without ray tracing we would never fall below 60 frames, but then again, this is not really a 60 FPS title to begin with. The original Resident Evil 4 actually was a 30 FPS locked game, so you can definitely get around with that. However, for the PC, I must say this is pretty bad news. And we got some ammunition. Well, that could only mean one thing. Okay. Now I know that some of you guys can definitely speedrun this and not even care about what's going around, but for me it's more about like the actual experience and the journey here. And as you can see, the frames are not happy at all. So how about we just disable the ray tracing real quick, see what happens, because to be fair, you know, end of the day, ray tracing is a feature, it's not a requirement, which I cannot seem to find at the given moment. Ray tracing is normal. Main menu. Okay, well, guess we're a little bit stuck with this now. 49, 50 frames. So, you know, all things considered, maybe don't play with ray tracing enabled unless you have 3080 or above in 4K, or perhaps just don't max the game out. You know, end of the day, we are training every single setting, and I'm pretty sure that based on the GPU usage being at 100%, 99% minimum, we are giving this GPU and the game run for its money. So, you know, it's not bad at all. Are you kidding me? Well, we have acquired the handgun ammo, so that's all good for now.
Damn it.
Oh, that's what we get for just running, I guess. Ow! You can actually clearly see the parasite inside, but you know, who's counting? We even have a flash grenade here, so that's good. Now, granted, since we are way above the video memory, I would say this is kind of expected, really.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Here we go. Give me a break already. Keep coming.
Some serious frame drops happening here, and it is absolutely not what I would expect.
Next.
But hey ho, we managed. And this guy seems to be we just need to kinda run here, really. Overall performance with RTX enabled, pretty much suboptimal. But hey ho. It can always be worse. End of the day, you know? Also, I know that you don't have to kill every single one of them here, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna make us feel a little bit better anyway.
Huh?
La campana.
Wow, 17, 16 frames? Look at this, guys. Look at this.
Tenemos que servir. Al Lord Sadler Todopoderoso.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Okay, so let's just recap here. It's been actually a good 20 minutes. First and foremost, the 3070 Ti clearly is unable to run this game in 4K Ultra with RTX enabled, even despite using AMD Super Resolution 2. So if you are actually going to play this game with the 3070 Ti specifically, probably the ray tracing should be turned off, or you need to lower your expectations in terms of the resolution. So as you can see, the GPU usage currently, with nothing really happening in the scene, is 100%, right? We're pulling 7.7 gigs out of 8, and it's only thanks to the AMD Super Resolution scaling down the current image. As you can see, it's the trees are kind of shimmering a bit because, well, it's not a full resolution for the 4K. So I do believe we're being downscaled to like 1080p, perhaps even below, and upscaled up to 4K, giving this shimmer. So overall, I would say no ray tracing and perhaps medium settings would work the best for this title. If you're going for the eye candy, probably you just need to go for about 2K and still use the super resolution to give a little bit of relief for the GPU to actually handle this game. Overall, I've seen the previous, well, the OG Resident Evil 4, and obviously that is nothing to write home about in terms of graphics, but the current one does look pretty good.
I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
And our guy is getting a little bit belated advice from our supervisor here. So I would say, obviously, we kind of need to figure where we're going. You can loot some stuff, but back to the performance stuff, this is what you guys can actually expect, which, despite the Capcom's optimizations and stuff like this, this is one of the heavy hitters, but at the same time I do believe it is actually worth it, specifically if you played this game before. So yeah, 4K, Ultra settings, RTX on for 3070 Ti, not gonna happen. everything else probably is gonna be great. And on this note, I'm gonna end this. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Over and out.